Dreams do come true. So kids, what's your dream?
What are this new? So bright, colorful and new. Sometimes it feels hard, but you don't wanna give up.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
You can see my dream?
Of course, because I too had a dream. Some days I dreamt of becoming a tennis player, and some days a cricketer. To make their dreams real tomorrow, you need financial planning today. Choose from a range of child plans from Aegis Federal Life Insurance and help your child dream big.
The one position, Greg, all of us have been talking about and pretty worried is the wicketkeeper position. Very important in England. Our first choice was Rishabh Pant. Unfortunate injury, but now we are being told that he'll probably come back faster because he doesn't need a second surgery. Fingers crossed for him. One wishes him the speediest recovery. The second choice was KL Rahul. Now, KL Rahul has also, sustained an injury, gotten out of this particular contest. So we are now left with a case Bharat who did not impress too many people back home, and we have a rookie in Ishan Kishan who is a like for Rishabh Pant, can change the game with attacking batting. What is sort of, if I ask you, would you go in with an untested Ishan Kishan, or would you go in with somebody like a Case Bharat who has at least had the experience against Australia, not done really well, but then he's had that experience of that series. This is one position we've had a lot of talk about.
Yeah, look, you're going with your best player. I think that's the thing that Rahul will be looking at. I think before the game, which one is in the best state of mind and the best form at the moment. Anyone who plays for India is a good cricketer. You don't get that far in that system without having a lot of talent. So there is no question whoever they picked has talent and has plenty of it. So I think that whoever are the selectors on tour will sit down when the time comes and make that decision based on who is best suited at this moment to play in this match. And I think if that's the way they go about it, whichever one they pick, you can guarantee will be fine.
Pat Cummins went back from that India tour because of the unfortunate thing with his mother. Obviously sort of heart goes out to him, troubled times, but now back in form, back training for Australia's skipper. How much will this mean for Pat Cummins? Because I have been very impressed with Pat Cummins as leader, both on and off the field. Your thoughts on Pat Cummins?
Yeah, Pat's a wonderful human being. He's a very good leader. He has a good understanding of the game, and he has good support both on and off the field, with the coaching staff and with Steve Smith and senior players on the field. I think he'll be ready for it. He'll be keen to get off to a good start to this tour of England, because not only have they got this World Test Championship, but then they go straight into an Ashes series. So this will be the start of the tour for him and for his team. And, I think he'll be very keen to get away to a good start. They'll be prepared. Andrew McDonald as coach is a very experienced coach, and he's a good operator. He'll have that team, ready for whatever's in front of them. And Pat, will do what he does. He seems to do everything, he takes it comfortably in his stride. Whatever he's got in front of him, he handles it really well. He's got a lot of common sense, got a lot of understanding of the game. He will have done his homework on the England team. But more importantly, knowing Pat, he will be more worried about his team, making sure that they're well prepared for what's in front of them if they do what they do well, it doesn't matter what India or England do, they will be able to handle it. So I'm sure he will be ready. Obviously, it has been a tough time for him and his family, but knowing him again, he will have put that behind him, and he'll be looking forward now and getting on with the cricket. So he'll be ready. He'll be well prepared, provided he hasn't got any fitness issues. I think you can expect good performances from him. As you know, he puts his heart and his soul into it. He gives everything he's got to his performances, particularly with the ball. He's such a fine bowler and he's such a fine performer because he just does it with passion and absolute determination. So that's what you can expect from Pat, and he will take the team with him. He's a very good leader from that point of view. They look up to him, and they expect him to lead from the front, and that's exactly what he'll do.
Final one, Steve Smith and Manas Labuschagne. Maybe not the series that they would have liked in India, but Steve Smith as leader was brilliant. I mean, two batters, huge averages in Test cricket, tremendous quality there. Last time you and I spoke before the India tour, you talked about how Ashwin and Jadeja were important against these two and how they should have batted different conditions, different country. Steve Smith and Manas Labuschagne for you, two key batters. Perhaps that's the challenge for the Indian bowlers?
Yeah, they're the leaders of the lineup these days. I think they're the experienced players and the best performed players. They both love batting in England. I would expect that they would love batting at the Oval. It would remind them of Australian conditions with the extra bounce. I think they'll both be up for it, and they'll be the big challenge for the Indian bowling attack. They're both players who, if they get a start, have shown that they go on and get big scores. And that's going to be the thing for either team in this Test match. I think whoever gets a start, because it is early in the season, both from a weather point of view in England and the fact that neither team has played any Test cricket for a few months. So it won't be easy for the batsmen. So whoever gets a start, it's incumbent upon them to make big scores. And we know Steve Smith and Manas Labuschagne are both capable of making big scores, and they love batting together. They seem to feed off each other. Again, you talk about combinations. They are a very good combination because they feed off each other. They enjoy each other's company. They almost challenge each other to keep getting better. So they'll be the big dangers for India in this Test match, but not to say that they're the only dangers, but they're both extremely good players, and I reckon they'll be looking forward to this challenge and looking forward to playing against India on neutral ground. So look out. I think one or both of them are likely to make big scores.
Is Australia ahead?
No, I don't think you can put in a two-horse race. You've got two experienced teams, pretty evenly matched. It's a shame that they're not both, at full fitness, full strength. That would have been a Test match to savour, and particularly in neutral conditions. I think, what we saw in India used the Indian conditions really well, and they outsmarted the Australians early in the series. But Australia adapted and bounced back. So it shows that they're two quality teams. Test cricket for me is still the format that I look forward to the most, and Australia versus India at any time is a Test match worth watching.
Fantastic. I'll leave it at that, Greg. I mean, always a pleasure to talk to you. Maybe after the final, we will try and analyze it one more time, what went right, what went wrong for which team, but beautifully set up by you. Thank you very, very much for your time, and hopefully we'll get to catch up soon after the World Test Championship final. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.